Hello everyone, I'm Neha Khanna here. Welcome you all in my 7th tutorial. So I'm waiting for my regular student. Then I will start with my lecture. So I'm waiting for my So right now there are 5 students live. So I'll wait for more students till 4:10. Then I will start with my lecture. So today I will complete this room. I will draw curtain and cupboard and down ceiling, and then I will use camera, and I will let you know how to do camera settings. And then in tomorrow lecture I will deal with lights and then render settings of mental ray, basic settings, material basic settings. Then your interior will be completed. So I will cover this room in 2 lectures, and then I will upload a video, no live lecture. I will upload a video on material settings, and then I will start my live lectures on exterior. So good evening students. So yesterday there was a light breakdown over here. So that's why I was absent in my last lecture, and I was not able to upload the video as I have written in my WhatsApp message. And those students who were who are unable to understand my lectures in English, I will upload a playlist of my tutorial in Hindi also. So there are some foreign students with me. That's why I'm using English language more than Hindi language. So I'm waiting for my regular students, and there are only 7 students with me right now. Normally there are 21 students. So I'm waiting for them, and then I will start. So today I have already drawn a line diagram on a cupboard, and I have selected this cupboard, this type of cupboard, and I have drawn a line diagram on that. So I think I have saved that on my desktop. Here is my cupboard. So today I'm going to do a animation, a small animation of opening door and closing door of cupboard, like sliding of doors, and I'm going to model this, and also I'm going to model a curtain with cloth simulation over here, and then I'm going to draw a line diagram of a down ceiling like this, and I'm going to model these two lights, and then I'm going to model this carpet or this type of carpet, and that will be covered in this lecture. So there are 11 students with me right now. I'll wait for 4 minutes. So the plugin software with the 3ds Max is Vray. If you are asking for the plugin with this software, that is Vray, you can see the toolbar over here. This is Vray plugin. This is Vray plugin, and the version is Vray Next. But in my lecture I am dealing with Mental Ray, not Vray. So Mental Ray setting is by default setting. Hello Prabha, how are you? So in this lecture or in this tutorials, playlist tutorials, I am dealing with Mental Ray, and after the completion of Mental Ray, look, if you are very much aware of the Mental Ray setting, and if you are doing modeling on Mental Ray, then you will be very much perfect in using Vray, because the hard work in Mental Ray is more rather than Vray. So you can find out any pre-modeled blocks on internet, and using those blocks is very easy in Vray. All you have to do is you have to plan a room, and you have to model a room in 3D, and then all you have to do is just pick those blocks and put it here, and then a simple render setting and of Vray, and then rendering, and your work will be done within 2 or 3 hours. But in Vray you will come to know how to use these toolbars, and you will be able to model any object according to your wish. सो कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं चलेगा, जो आपका मन करेगा वही आप इस पे बना सकते हो. बट इन वीरे यू कैन यूज़ एनी ब्लॉक, एनी प्री मॉडल्ड ब्लॉक. Okay, so 1 minute left, and then I'm going to start. So let's start. So in my last lecture I have modeled this room and these walls, and in my today lecture I am going to show how to model a simple curtain by cloth simulation. So I am going to create an example over here. So I am creating a plane and its length is like 9 feet. I'm keeping it 9 feet, and I'm keeping the width like 18 feet approximate. So okay, so I'm going to create a plane over here. Okay, and I'm taking its height like 9 feet approximate, and width I'm going to take like 22 feet, and above of that plane, first of all I'm going to change its segments. I'm going to increase them, so the length segments of plane, this plane, so here's my plane, and I'm giving it name curtain. So I'm going to increase its length segments. Right click, hide unselection. Okay, so I'm going to increase its length segments. I'm keeping them 100 approximate, and width segments to 20. Okay, so here is the mesh. Okay, and above that I'm going to create a box, and 1 feet 6 inches, its height is 1 feet 6 inches. Okay, and the next step is I'm going to move this box downward like this, and I'm going to increase its width, length. Okay, and the next step is I'm going to increase its width, like I'm keeping that approximate 5 inches or 9 inches. Okay, top Z. And now the next step is I'm going to increase its segments. I'm taking them 10, and I'm going to increase the width, length segments, and that will be according to my curtain, and I'm taking them like 250 approximate. Okay, so length segments are 200, and height segments are like 20. 15, I'm taking them 15. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to pick this curtain, and I'm going to select modified list, and then before of that I'm going to pick this box. And I'm changing its name and its color too from here. Okay, so I'm going to pick this box, and I'm going to select toggle auto key mode from here, and I'm going to move this toggle auto key at 70 72. Okay, and here I'm going to scale it like this. Okay, you can see that clearly again. Okay, and now I'm going to off the toggle auto key mode. Okay, the next step is I'm going to select this plane, and I'm going to select modified list, and here I'm going to select cloth, and then object property, add object. Now I'm adding curtain rod, so curtain rod is collision object. Okay, again I'm going to select object property, and curtain is our cloth, and curtain rod is collision object. Okay, and now I'm going to drag down, and here is simulation parameter, so I'm going to turn on the self collision option over here. Okay, and now we have to show the stitches portion of the curtain. Okay, so I'm going to select this curtain and then right click, no right click, I'm going to select this curtain and now I'm going to select cloth and here is group. Okay, so I'm going to select my group from here like this. Okay, and now I'm pressing alt key and I'm just generating a stitches portion randomly over here. Like this. And now I'm going to select option make group. Okay, and I'm going to give this name stitches to the group. Okay, and then I'm going to select surface and I'm going to click on this box. Okay, and the next step is I'm going to perform simulation. So as you can see over here, the frame simulation is started and here is 3 by 100 and here is 3 by 100. So we have performed auto key option earlier. So this is moving and according to that my curtain is shrinking inside. So simulation work is going on, it will take some time. So I am giving you an example how to model a curtain with the help of cloth simulation. So it's 12 by 100. We will wait till 70 by 100. Alt key. I have said alt key. Alt key, like if you have selected whole body, whole object and you want to deselect some part of that, then you will press alt key, alt key, and then deselect that part. Usually in AutoCAD we use shift key to deselect some part and in 3ds Max you will use alt key, alt key. जो स्पेस बार के साइड पे होती है that is alt key. Okay, and here you can see our curtain is shrinking or plates are forming over here, and according to those stitches part, you can see here clearly these are stitches part and our curtain is shrinking. So if you want to give like Yeah, I will repeat that too. So in this lecture, I'm creating the curtain. I'm giving it realistic view look. नॉर्मली जो कर्टेंस होते हैं ना, जैसे रियलिस्टिक व्यू, रियलिस्टिक प्लेट्स, इन दिस सिमुलेशन प्रोसेस आई एम गिविंग अ रियलिस्टिक व्यू टू दैट curtain, and in earlier lecture I have just drawn a curtain with simple plates. So both methods are easy method, but I will repeat that for sure. But you must be aware of that if you want to give this type of view, this type of view to your curtain, then you will use cloth simulation. And if you just want a zigzag pattern, then no need to do this simulation part, you can use that. So in this method I have used 3-4 commands. First of all, I have drawn a plane, then I have set segments of that, and then above of that I have drawn a rod, curtain rod. The size of curtain rod was bigger than the plane, and then I have selected plane, and I have done use object property and self collision turn on. Okay. So can I stop or continue the simulation work? Okay. So look. So if you want these type of plates, and here is my stitch part. I am going to move this. Look, these are stitches of the curtain, these, and this is the rod, okay, of the curtain, and here we can do animation of this like this. Okay, so you can use this in this portion also. Okay, and if you want to create a curtain for this portion, then what you have to do, I'm not going to repeat the whole process of simulation over here, but I am just giving you an example how to create curtain on this portion. So what we need is, I am just creating a plane over here, and I am increasing its width. Okay, so I have increased the width of this. So the next step is, I'm going to create a box over the plane over here. Okay, this is the curtain rod, and then I'm going to increase its length, and I'm going to increase its width, and I'm going to decrease its height. Okay, and segments are okay. Okay, all you have to do is, here's my plane and here's my box. All you have to do is just turn on auto key option and drag your auto key scroller at 70 by 100, and then scale this box according to the width of your window. Okay, like this. So here is the width of my window, you can see that clearly, and here is my curtain. Normally the length of curtain is this much long, but when we stitch that curtain according to our window, and the curtain will shrink to its height according to your window size. Similarly, in this 3ds Max we are doing the same thing, and we are trying to make a realistic curtain over here. That's why I have used this plane this much long. Okay, so the width of your box will be this much, and then what you have to do is just turn off auto key, go back to the position, pick plane from here and select modified list, select cloth from here, and object property from here, and add object, and I forgot to mention the name of that box, so I am giving this name CR. Okay, now I'm selecting plane from here, object property, add object, and now I'm going to select that box, add. That box is a collision object. Okay, again I'm going to select object property, I'm selecting plane from here, then cloth. Okay, and then I'm going to increase the I'm going to select the self collision option, and the next step is I'm going to select group from here, and I'm going to select left jet, and I am going to select this upper portion, and the next step is I am pressing alt key, alt key, and then I am deselecting some vertex to show the stitch part and non-stitch part. Okay, and after that, look, I am going to deselect some part. So I have selected the upper portion so that I will be able to know which are the selected part and which are not selected with the color blue and red. So I am going to deselect some part of it. Okay, and last part must be selected, last part must be selected. And the next step is I am going to make group like this, and I am going to give the name make group from here, and then I am going to select surface, and I am going to click on this box. Okay, and next step is I am going to do a simulation work from here. So these are the basic steps to create a realistic curtain with the help of cloth simulation. Okay, so I have repeated the whole process again, and now I am going to create a curtain with simple tool. Okay, so the modifying tool जो भी है I have explained that. Okay, so this is my curtain. So I can use the use this too. Look, I can scale this and use this if I want. So if I want to draw a simple with the help of simple method, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select line from here, and I'm going to select top Z option. So before of that I am going to select this plan, right click, hide on selection. The plan is selected. Okay, and now I am going to select line, and I am going to select 1 point. Okay, and now I am going to turn off snap toggle with the help of S. I am not going to drag my mouse over there and then I am going to select snap toggle. I am just pressing S and my snap toggle is deselected. And the next step is I am going to create a zigzag line like this with random size, not exact size, just random size. So the plates of curtain, the layer of curtain will be somewhat realistic. So the zigzag line will be dependent on the length of your curtain. So Pratima ma'am, do you want to ask something? You have written stop over there in my chat box. So if you want to ask something, you can write. Okay, I have created a zigzag line over here. Now I am going to press escape, and then I am going to select line, then vertex, and I am going to delete these 3-4 vertex from here, and similarly these 2 vertex from here. So why I have selected snap toggle and this line, so that my vertex will be drawn nearby of this plan. Okay, and the next step is I am going to select vertex, all the vertex from here. Okay, and then right click, then smooth, right click and smooth. Okay, and the next step is I am going to select modifier list, and I am going to extrude this downward, like I am taking 9 feet, minus 9 feet for downward direction, and my curtain is created. So this is the simplest and low poly method to create a curtain, because no segments, nothing. All you have to do, you have to use line toolbar, a line from shapes, and you have to create a zigzag line, and then you have to select that line and smooth, and then your curtain will be created. So this method is the simplest method. Okay, so my curtain is created, and if you want to do animation, then you can use this one. So it's all up to you. Okay, so my curtain is created, and the next step is I'm going to import my cupboard, and then I'm going to model that, and I'm going to do a little animation on that cupboard too, like sliding doors, opening and closing of sliding door. So all I have to do is I'm going to select 3ds Max from here, and I'm going to import and import. So there is option of merge here, you can see that, import merge. So this option will be used to import any 3D file. Okay, and if you want to import a 2D file, then all you have to do, you have to select import from here and import, and now you are going to select that plan, line diagram of cupboard, open, and layer is on, everything is okay. So I have imported that. Okay, now I'm going to move that over here. So I have selected snap toggle and move option, and now I'm going to drag this, and here's my plan of cupboard. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to move this like this, and then rotate. So normally I used to rotate my objects on front direction, so the modeling of that object become easy for me. So here is the line diagram of cupboard, and here is the line diagram of door of cupboard. Okay, so the next step is I am going to use the basic simplest method I'm going to create a box, and height of my cupboard is like 2 feet. So normally the hanger size is like 19 inch or 18 inch, so we used to increase the height of cupboard like 22 inches, and I'm taking it 24 inches for sliding doors. So normally if you want to model a cupboard of sliding door, then the height of that cupboard must be 24 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to change the segments 111 and top view, and now I'm going to create the inner portion. It's very easy. I'm just dragging this box. Okay, and I'm going to decrease the size 9 feet 4 inches. I'm taking it 9 inches and 9 inches, 9 feet by 9 feet, sorry. And then the method is, you already know, I'm going to select the main box and I'm going to use compound object, pro boolean, start picking. Oh, I think there is a problem. Oh, मूव की जगह क्या हो गया था, इंस्टेंस हो गया था. Nobody told me. Ma'am, you have done instance rather than move. Change that. Nobody is perfect. If I make any mistake, you can tell me on online in live lecture. That's why I'm giving the live lecture, so that you all must be aware of all the mistakes and you can ask or point out over here. So I think again I have selected instance, so I'm moving this. Okay, now I'm going to select copy from here. Okay, FZ and 9 feet by 9 feet. Okay, I'm going to select the back portion, compound object, pro boolean, start picking, and this is detached. And now I'm going to create one shelf like this one, but I'm going to increase its height like 18 inch, not more than that. 18, I will keep that 20 inch. Okay, so one is selected, one is created. Now all you have to do, just drag your box and click on that shelf, and your height will be selected automatically according to that. Okay, like this. And I'm going to drag this and click on this plane, drag this and click on this one, drag this, click on this one, drag this, click on this one, like this. So it's the simplest method. Look here, cupboard is created. Now I'm going to select the outer portion, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to select compound object from here and pro boolean union, start picking, and now I'm going to select all the boxes one by one like this. Okay, and whole portion become a single body. You can see that. Okay, so if you want to draw some drawers like here, here, so all you have to do, just click on box and then just move, create a box over here. Okay, so I'm keeping its height like 19 inches. I'm going to drag that box inside like this. Okay, 19, I'm going to change the height 18 inch. Okay, FZ, all I'm going to do is just select, drag, copy. Okay, and now I'm going to decrease the length, I'm going to decrease the width. Okay, and now I'm going to deselect this, and now I'm going to select rook. I'm going to move this box inside and then upward, and then I'm going to select this portion, compound object, Boolean, start picking. Oh. Okay, like this. You can change its height, like length, and you can move this inside. Okay, select, start picking, boom. So here is my drawer, and if I'm going to turn on auto key option, and here's my box, and I'm going to drag this a bit, and I'm going to move this a bit, I'm going to drag this, I'm going to move, drag, move, drag, move, drag, inside, drag, inside, drag, inside, drag, inside. Okay, auto key. I'm going to play this. So that's how you can show your client how this drawer will be opened, and you can model the inside part too. So this drawer is created, so I'm going to drag this. Okay, so if you want to change, all you have to do is you have to turn off its auto key option, and you have to change its auto key option. Okay, so the next step is I'm not going to create the whole cupboard, and now I'm going to create the sliding door. So what I'm going to do is I'm just selecting box from here, and I'm going to create a box of height 1 inches approximate, and then I'm going to drag this box. Okay, I'm going to drag this box, and I'm going to drag this door too. Okay, now I'm going to set these doors according to sliding doors like this, and now I'm going to select these doors like this. Okay, and I'm going to move these doors, and I'm going to place them here. So this space is for the railing of sliding doors. Okay, so I'm not going to create the railings, but I'm just showing you that this space must be there in sliding cupboard, so that our doors will move freely like this. And if you want to do animation in this, what you have to do is, firstly I'm going to set them. Okay, what you have to do is you have to select first, and you are going to turn on auto key, you are going to drag. Okay, set key. Okay, you have to select this one, and now you are dragging this. There is some technical problem. So I'm going to explain the process over here. So look, here is my sliding door. So I have set it the key. I have set it the door and auto key option, and then play animation like this. So if your client asks you ki show me my cupboard from inside, like my drawers and all, so you can use this animation tool. This is a very simple animation tool in your 3D layout. So now I'm going to continue further. Okay, I'm going to drag this. So like this you can show them. Okay, so the animation part is complete, and now I am going to place this cupboard on the position. So I'm going to select this cupboard, and I'm going to select layer from here, and now I'm going to create another layer, and whose name is cupboard. Okay, and now I'm going to select that cupboard, and I'm going to rotate that according to my convenience, and then I'm going to drag that cupboard okay, and now I'm going to place that over here. So here I am having ample space, so I have decided to create a cupboard. So I have created that. Okay, and now the next step is, now I'm going to create the down ceiling. Okay, so here's my plan. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to select my plan, I'm going to drag that plan, and I'm going to create a rectangle over here. Okay, and here's the picture. So this portion is directly above my bed, so I'm going to keep it that way. So I'm just going to keep this portion, the bed portion, and then I'm going to remove the rest. Okay, so here is the part. Offset of 1 feet I am taking from that line. So offset of 1 feet from here. So this is the hollow part of my down ceiling. So now I'm going to choose these lines. Okay, so this is the hollow part that we can see from this picture, and then we have this open portion. So all I'm going to do is I'm just selecting a line, and I'm going to divide that line in 3 portion. Okay, so one portion is this one and the another portion is this one. So okay, and I'm going to increase the light. Okay, and from here I am going to increase the distance, like offset 2 feet 6 inches from here, from this side. I'm going to extrude the line from here, and now I'm going to delete this portion, and now I'm going to take offset of 3 inches from both of the sides, and now I'm going to delete the center line. And now the next step is I'm just joining this line. Okay, so here is the side portion. Okay, and here we are not having any glue, so I'm just moving this line. And I'm going to divide this div, and I'm going to choose 4 from division, and all I'm going to do is okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle, and I'm going to copy this circle, and these are small point lights which I'm going to place. And if I want to place these lights like in center of this portion, so all I am going to do is I have selected a line, and now I'm going to move that at the center. So here's the center. Okay, so this is ready, down ceiling portion is ready. I'm going to create a window, select object, I have selected this portion, enter, and now I'm going to give this a name like down ceiling, and I'm going to place this on desktop. But if you are going to do any live project, all you have to do is you have to create a folder and then place these blocks in that folder for your easy work. So I have created that. So here is my down ceiling DWG file, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that. Import and import. I have selected down ceiling from my list and OK. So here's my down ceiling. So I'm going to move that. I'm going to drag my down ceiling and I'm going to place that down ceiling over here. Okay, so here's the position of my down ceiling, and if I want to change that, what I have to do is I'm going to select editable spline from here and I can select vertex. I'm going to select vertex and these lines too, and now I'm going to move that according to the position of my bed. Okay, so it's very easy. You can modify your plan. Okay, so I have selected the option hide unselection and all the unselected part is hidden right now. So here's my down ceiling plan, and now I'm going to select box from here and I'm going to create a slab of 9 inches first of all. Okay, so my 9 inches wall is ready, and next step is I'm going to hide this portion, and now again I'm going to create another portion and I'm going to create another box of 3 inches height. Okay, FZ, and I'm going to move this portion downward like 4 inches, 5 inches, no, approximate 9 inches minus 9 inches. Okay, and the next step is again I'm going to create a box over here and I'm going to create 2 boxes. Okay, I'm going to select cylinder and I'm going to create a cylinder and I'm going to reduce its radius according to my circle, and I'm going to move this. Okay, and these portions are ready, and now I'm going to select these portion and I'm going to drag that. Okay, and now top view, I'm going to select this cylinder and I'm going to move this cylinder, and then instance 4 copies. Okay, and the next step is I'm going to select this box, but before of that I'm just checking all the boxes are intersecting the main box, and I'm going to select compound object, prob boolean, start picking like this. Okay, unhide all. So if I want to see the down ceiling, you can see that from here. You can see that clearly. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to put a camera. So see clearly, I have selected camera from here and I'm going to select target from here, and then snap toggle must be off. I am clicking on the screen and dragging my mouse in straight direction. Okay, and then done. So here you can see red line. Okay, this is because of clip camera. So normally when you use target camera, you draw your camera like this and then press C. C means camera. Okay. Okay. So when I press C, you can see the view over here. Okay. But when I am pressing C, you can see the wall only. So if you want to go inside, all you have to do is select clip manually, and you can see here red lines. Okay, clip manually, you can see here red line. All you have to do is just drag your camera inside. Your red line must be inside. Okay, just set your camera straight. Okay, and press C. You are inside your room. So here I have selected fact. So as your material is not completed, you can't see your down ceiling. Wait, I'm going to change its color. Here's your down ceiling. Here's your down ceiling. Okay, so when you complete your material part and your light part, sunlight part, or the photometric light part, then you will come to know the actual view of this room. But here is your down ceiling. You can see that clearly your down ceiling is ready. These are point light pockets, and these lights pockets are for this portion, or I think these are AC part. So maybe there is inbuilt AC in this room. So this is your AC part, air condition part, and here's your light pocket. You can use that as AC, inbuilt AC, and these are light pockets, and this is your down ceiling, and here's your camera. Okay, so I think that's all for today. My lecture was very lengthy, so we will continue tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe my video. Please do share. All we need is do share my videos with your friends. Okay, I'm not charging any fee, but I need your support so that I can give you more and more new simple techniques of 3ds Max. Thank you so much, guys. So see you tomorrow.